Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy, Jaron Rice, founder and CEO of Magathy Payments, Maryland's highest rated merchant services provider. Had a lot of caffeine today, probably too much. So I wanted to do something different today. Normally I talk about credit card processing, things that we do and that sort of thing. But today is a special day. I wanted to take some time and give a super huge shout out to Josh the RV nerd and the entire team at Haylett's RV in Coldwater, Michigan. So Josh and I actually met through their YouTube channel years and years ago. It's been a little over 3 years, right after we got our first camper. And he and I became friends. And you know how they say in RVing, you buy your first camper so you can buy your second one. And after we had ours for a little bit, we started to recognize things that we would want to upgrade and improve when we got something else. Followed Haylett's. Like I said, Josh and I became friends, and we kind of started the shopping process, just kind of figuring out what brands we liked, what features we liked, that sort of thing. As a small business owner, I'm a big proponent of shopping locally. But as one of my competitors, VisiPay, they have a slogan that says "Look local first," which I can really get down with, right? Because we ended up purchasing an Arctic Wolf 321 BH, which is fantastic. And once we figured out that that was the model for us, we kind of looked around locally because, I'm in Maryland. I didn't really want to drive to Michigan to pick up a new RV. But based on what we found locally, that really wasn't an option. There weren't really any dealerships nearby that we felt had the reputation that Haylett's had that gave me the confidence to make such a large purchase. So we kind of expanded our search and decided that we were, in fact, going to work with Haylett's despite the fact that they were 10 hours away. And I could not recommend them high enough. Like the entire process from credit application to approval to going over the numbers and making sure that everything was correct. I mean, when you're driving 10 hours to go, finalize the transaction of purchasing an RV, like you don't want to get there and be surprised because numbers change and things like that. So that was a huge concern going into it, but based on the relationship that I had with Josh and everything that I knew about their dealership, I was confident that we wouldn't have to deal with any of that funny business that you typically have to deal with in the RV buying process. And so everything was fantastic. It was like a little mini vacation for my wife and I. Our three kids stayed with my parents and her parents. And, we got away for a couple of days to drive to Michigan, saw a nice scenic countryside going up there, executed the transaction and brought the new rig home. And like I said, the process was simple to the point of almost like, this is too good to be true. And even after everything was done, like they did such a good job on the pre-delivery inspection. Like after we drove it back, we didn't have to worry about things that weren't checked and things falling apart and that sort of thing. So again, from small business to another, family-owned small business, even, a few states away, if you're in the market for an RV, I would definitely consider Haylett's, regardless of where you are. I promise you they will be worth the drive. So give them a follow on Instagram and YouTube and check out some of their content. And you'll see right away why we love Josh as much as we do. So I hope that helps. And happy Haylett camping, everyone.